I don't know why, but this side of my hair has grown longer than this side. Haven't been to see my hairdresser yet, so we're just gonna flick that away. Not talk about it. I also am wearing a new dress that is being gifted to me very kindly from a company called Joni Clothing. I'll leave it linked below in case you're interested. It's very pretty and I'm feeling really positive and ready to make this video today. I actually have been totally inspired by a book that I have just started reading, but honestly, it is a game changer. I think everybody should read it. It's called Good Vibes, Good Life by Vex King. Basically talks a lot about the law of attraction and having a positive mind. And I feel like I've been implementing lots of little habits or positive mindsets or things I've been doing that help me live a fulfilled and positive life so that I have a better mental, emotional and physical well-being all round. I am only human and I don't always have perfect positive days, but I think a lot of these little habits and things I do really help, and they help me be more in the present and think about how I want each day to go and look forward to the future. So I thought I'd talk about them because I wrote a little list of things that really work for me and I think they might help you, but I would love to hear anything that works for you. Everyone's very different, so what works for me might not work for you. So if you have anything that you want to share, leave it in the comments below. And if you're new here and you haven't checked out my videos before, hello, my name's Brogan and I do lots of lifestyle, travel and vlog content. So I do day in the life vlogs and I share my travels, and we've just recently bought a house, so I've been sharing kind of our renovation and house buying journey. So please subscribe if you're not already. So the first thing I wrote down was a diary I recently bought. I'll leave the book and the diary, and I'm going to be talking about self-help books later on, but this is called the 6-Minute Diary. I recently bought this on Amazon, and this was another thing that kind of inspired me to do this video, because you don't need this book to do these things, which is what I'm about to tell you, but this book essentially allows me to write down things I'm grateful for, and then I do a little bit in the morning and a little bit at night. And the book has an area where you can write things you're grateful for, how you'll make the day great, and a positive affirmation. And that's the first thing I wrote down, is writing this diary has changed my mindset. Having more gratitude for what I already have in my life has honestly been something that I've been trying to do for the last couple of years, because I think it's very easy to think about things we don't have or we want rather than what we already have. And this book just makes me think about the things that I have. The second one is having an actual bedtime. One thing I have been working on is a sleeping pattern and getting my sleep into a better place, because if I sleep well at night, I have a much better day. So I try and go to sleep around 10, 11 o'clock, and then I naturally wake up about 7, 8 a.m. And this has been amazing for me. Sleeping better really has changed my life, and having that bedtime and being like more disciplined with it, having better structure, but also winding down before bed, taking time half an hour before to do my skincare and brush my teeth, maybe read a bit of my book and have a bit of time off my phone. Sometimes I like to play a little bit of Animal Crossing, which is obviously still like technology, but just making that important part of my day and life has really changed everything for me. Simple one, but I've been taking vitamins for the last year. I take these adult vitamins that you can basically chew. They taste really nice, they're like little sweets. And vitamins, I mean, you know, there's so many good things about vitamins. There's no point me sitting here and reading you off the science off the back of the box, but I honestly swear by the fact that taking these has helped me in lots of ways, especially with like my skin and my hair, and that in turn has provided me more confidence. So I do make sure I take my vitamins every day. I even take a packet on my holidays, and I make it a priority now. I don't know if that's just come with age. I'm 26 and I take these things like more seriously than I used to. The next one is changing my contraception. I know this is an extremely personal one, and I know it might not be for everyone, but I was on the contraceptive pill for over 10 years, and I recently switched to get the coil, which I have done a whole video on, so I'll leave that linked below for you. But getting the coil seriously changed my life. I had my period slow down at the beginning, and now it has just stopped. I do still get some cramping and like period pain, but not really. I barely notice it, and it means I don't ever have to worry about taking my pill, missing my pill, going for doctor's appointments. I obviously don't have to worry about periods, and it's really just changed so much in terms of like how I live my life. So I know it's not a fix for everybody, but that really did help me. So had to mention that one as well. The next one is very obvious. Some of these might be really obvious, but sometimes you do need to hear it again to really implement it. But unfollowing anybody that doesn't make me feel good on social media, and not having any guilt about it either, and not having to justify why you need to unfollow that person. I use social media every single day, and my feed and my space needs to be positive, uplifting, filled with people that inspire me. It needs to be a place that I feel comfortable opening up and going into it. And I'm not afraid to mute people or block people or just remove any like accounts. I was following celebrities that posted like the strangest stories, and when I watch them I'd be like, why am I watching this? Why am I consuming this? So I unfollowed. It doesn't mean that I dislike that person. It just means I don't want to consume that content anymore. Putting less pressure on my exercise and workout routines. I really noticed this at the beginning of going into like lockdown and having a lot of people online talking about them doing loads of HIIT workouts or running a 5K. I've done these things in the past and they've worked well for me in the past. I've had a PT, or I've had trainers, I've done different classes. But right now, I'm not enjoying a lot of things everyone else seems to be enjoying. So I've stripped it right back, I've taken the pressure off, and now I just go for a simple walk almost every single day. Go out, enjoy the fresh air. It really helps my mental health. We found some really lovely walks around our house, and I just enjoy birdsong and seeing all the green and the sun. Like, it's been beautiful weather right now, which definitely helps. But that 20-minute, 30-minute, sometimes 40-minute walk that I do either by myself or with my boyfriend, it just sets me up for the day, or it's a nice way to end the day, like when we go for a walk around 5 o'clock. Another thing that has seriously changed my life is simplifying my skincare routine. Before, I used to use so many different products, it was ridiculous. Not only is that really expensive, I wouldn't know what I'm doing, I wouldn't know what each product was for, and I wouldn't see the effect and if it was actually, you know, worth my time applying it. So I have been working in the last year on products that really work for me and finding a really good cleanser to remove my makeup, a toner, a moisturizer, and sometimes that's really it. I try and do a face mask every so often, and I have a serum that I've recently introduced, but simplifying the routine made me enjoy doing it morning and night. The power of relaxing music. When I was working out what works for me in terms of helping me sleep better, went through a phase of not being able to sleep without the app Calm. I use it to listen to the sound of the waves, the forest, but I've noticed that if I'm at my desk working, I'm feeling particularly stressed and I just need to like get through an hour of focus and motivation, I will ask my Google to like put on some relaxing sounds on YouTube and just let it play in the background. It's super soft and super calming and has really helped me. I didn't realize the power of putting on music, and might not be relaxing music for you. It might be like upbeat, happy, maybe Beyonce, whatever, you know, putting on your favorite tunes might really lift your mood. Getting a hobby that is just for me. I used to have YouTube as my hobby, making videos, but that changed and is now my full-time job, and I love my job. But I wanted something that I could do, that I could see progress, that I could enjoy. So I got a piano, it's like a digital piano, and I'm learning to play again. Sometimes I do it for like 10 minutes, sometimes I do it for an hour. But the best thing is that there's no pressure on it. I can pick it up whenever I like. I can just focus on it, and it's just for me and my own practice and watching me get better, or listening to me get better and picking it up. It just makes me feel really good. The next one is the law of attraction, which I know a lot of people are not going to understand nor be interested in, so I do get it. I won't dwell on this one very long. But the law of attraction has changed my life, and I have the book The Secret, which I think a lot of people know what this is. I watched the documentary on Netflix. It is honestly amazing. There is some science behind it, and there are lots of different people in the documentary that talk about the power of it, and it's essentially like the power of positive thinking and believing in what you want in your life and manifesting it. I am just a big believer in like things flow to us, and life throws us curveballs and throws us things so we can grow and become better people, and we can really get to where we want to be if we put our mind to something, you know. The next one is having a finance slash budget tracker. I am a very organized person anyway, so like organizing our files and my finances and savings is something I'm really passionate about. But something that's really helped is just having a spreadsheet, and I know exactly what is coming out and how much it is and how much each of those things costs, and then that really helps me budget, save, and feel on top of my finances. The next one is more on my diet, which is not something I wish to kind of talk about too heavily, but a simple one that I have done recently is just making better choices when it comes to swapping my snacks. My biggest downfall working from home is just going to the fridge or the cupboard and snacking, and I've noticed since being more conscious of what I'm putting in my mouth and what I fuel my body with, not only with food but in terms of my drinking and drinking more water as well, I've noticed that simply swapping something that's a little bit of a better option has really changed how I feel about myself. Like, I feel so much better that I'm not constantly snacking on crisps and chocolate. And I still indulge and enjoy those things because that's life, but a very simple small swap really has changed my day and how I feel about my food choices. The next one, it should be no surprise to you, but reading self-help books. I've already shown you Good Vibes, Good Life and The Secret and Calm. So I've pretty much touched on all these already. These are my favorite ones. I know a lot of like self-help books are maybe like not everyone agrees with them, and some of it's a little bit cliche, but after I read one, it makes me feel so good. Especially this one. I'm not even finished. I'm like barely into it and I feel amazing. Like, there's stuff in here that I'm like, yes. This is maybe a bit of a silly one. I don't know if it's necessarily a habit or just like, yeah, it could be a habit, but it's tidying up before we go to bed. Come down in the morning and I just see the mess in the lounge and the kitchen, and it makes me feel really rubbish. So I've noticed that if we take 5 minutes to clear up our mess, puff the pillows, put the things away, just clear up the sides, put the dishes in the dishwasher and wipe down the surfaces. It's such a simple thing, but it honestly helps me so much. So when I wake up in the morning, I come downstairs, everything's fresh and tidy. It's easier said than done because obviously there are times where we just don't, but it actually is such a big game changer doing it before bed, so that in the morning it's really nice. I know that that'll be such a normal thing for some people, but for me, I really noticed it once we started doing it more. Another house organization one is giving everything a home in our house. So even simple things down to where we keep the scissors, where we keep wrapping tape. So I needed to wrap a parcel yesterday, or it was someone's birthday this week and I have a drawer for wrapping paper and gift bags. Having things have a home has made my life so much easier because I know where everything is, and so does Benji, so that we can live a happier life. The next one is how much time I spend on my phone. I know the importance of screen time and minimizing that, and obviously we've got the iPhone that tells us how much we've been on our phones and stuff. I don't necessarily think that helps me. What helps is trying to be more proactive with taking 30 minutes before bed to come off my phone, or starting my day 30 minutes without my phone as well. It really just helps set my mind up for the day so I'm not consuming technology the minute I go to bed and the minute I wake up. So the next one is giving more compliments. I started thinking about this when I started doing this diary, because in the evening, one of the things it asks you to do is write down your good deed of the day. But a really simple good deed is just like spreading kindness and giving more compliments, commenting on people's Instagram pictures or replying to their stories or supporting one of my favorite influencers or friends with a piece of content they've done. It's a simple thing, but it's a mindset thing. So it like just helps me feel better, like spreading positivity. You could say it's cliche, but I'm telling you now, it's all in the mind, and doing these simple things helps. The next one I wanted to talk about was, I wanted something that would represent body image. Body positivity, I just think, is something that I'm not there yet. I don't think I'm 100% body positive and never will be. So I was watching an interview with Demi Lovato and Ashley Graham. I will leave it linked below. Demi Lovato talks about body acceptance. She's on a journey of like accepting her body, how it is, and or maybe how she wants it to be. Accepting we are who we are has really helped me with my journey in being a lot mentally more positive about the way I look. The next one is setting boundaries. This is a big one. This is something I've been working on for a long time. Setting boundaries with your friends and family, your online space, anywhere that there needs to be some sort of boundary, setting those, knowing your boundaries, and making sure that people respect them is going to help you live a better life. And honestly, the minute I do these things and I acknowledge that I need to separate myself or distance myself or have something where it's a boundary for me, it is so hugely important. Honestly, game changer. The last one, number 20, is reading and sharing inspirational quotes. I know not everyone will like it, but on my Instagram, every few days, I share quotes and inspirational messages that I think are really lovely. I really like positive affirmations. I really like things that help motivate me and help me stay in tune with my emotions or help me understand my feelings and emotions better. And sometimes a simple quote can really help change my mood that day. So I know it's not for everyone, but I really do love Pinterest, and I follow a lot of people that do similar things to me in terms of sharing positive quotes and things that are gonna make me feel good. So that is everything that I do personally that works for me, that helps me lead a more happy, positive, uplifting life. I'm gonna come back to this video whenever I'm feeling a bit sad again, because there's so many good things in here that I think do work, and I would love to hear yours, like I said, so please leave them in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed already, like I said, please do click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.